Purpose is the intent behind the creation of a thing. Purpose is the intent behind the creation of a thing. Purpose is the reason behind your existence. Purpose is the reason behind your existence, and purpose is the answer to the why questions behind why you are on the earth in the first place. Your purpose is worth that distinguish you from others. And I believe that there is no man born without a purpose. The fact that you are born shows that you have a purpose. The fact that you are listening to me now, the fact that you are still in the land of the living shows that you have a purpose. You have a purpose. Although there may be a lot of things trying to deceive you or trying to tell you that you don't have a purpose. I don't care what those things were, but there's one thing I know: in as much as you still have your breath in your nostril, you have a purpose. Your purpose is greater than the situation surrounding your birth. Your purpose is greater than the situation surrounding your birth. God knew you are coming in the first place. You might be a parental accident, but you are not a divine accident. God knew you are coming in the first place. In fact, He orchestrated your coming. And why am I sure of that? Les Brown, one of the wealthiest motivational speaker, he was giving birth to out of wedlock, while the husband of his biological mother was away fighting wars in America. That was when the mother had Les Brown. So the mother had no choice than to give him away. So he was adopted to the mother that took care of Les Brown until he becomes of age. But Les Brown discovered God's purpose for his life, and he is doing what God has called him to do, and is doing it successfully. Now is worth over $150 million. You see now? So that shows that your purpose is greater than the situations surrounding your birth. And another thing I want you to know is your purpose is greater than your mistakes. Your purpose is greater than your past mistakes. Oliver Wendell says, he said, what lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. So your purpose is greater than your mistake. Whether you discover your purpose at 7 or at 70, it doesn't matter. God still has a purpose for your life. And another thing I want you to know is that your purpose is greater than your handicap. Your purpose as a person is greater than your handicap. So the question now is, what is your handicap? Or what do you perceive to be your handicap? Things that are limiting you, that when you look at them, you are convinced that you have no purpose. I'm here to tell you today that God's purpose for your life is greater than your handicap. Is it a wheelchair, a bed, a walker, or the social economic status of your family? Your purpose is greater than all of that. They can't stop you. They can't stop you. What is your handicap? Is it the color of your skin? Is it the ghetto where you are giving birth to, or where you are living now? Is it the lifestyle of your parents? I'm telling you, your purpose is greater than those. They can't stop you. God has a plan, a purpose for your life. What is your handicap? Is it a terminal illness or terminal disease? Is it the divorce? Is it incest? Is it child abuse? Is it deafness? Is it blindness or speech impediment or poor self-esteem? I don't care what your handicap is or her. There's one thing I'm sure of. Your purpose is greater than all of those. Have you heard of Mozart? He composed a lot of classical music, but this guy is deaf. How is that possible? I don't know. Maybe when I get to heaven I will ask him. But one thing I know, this guy broke the barrier. He broke the limitations, and he composed classical music that even those people that have eyes, that have ears, they are battling with to understand and to do what and to read. And at the end of the day, after they were able to break the code, they produced the greatest presentation ever had. So your purpose is greater than your handicap. Your purpose is greater than them. They can't stop you. The only person that can stop you is you. You are the only person that can stop you. You know, Fanny Crosby too, she became blind while she was still very young. And she did not allow her blindness to stop her from fulfilling her purpose. She went forward and composed thousands of music that are source of encouragement to people nowadays. What of Ellen Keller? She also became blind as a result of one illness or the other while she was young. And she went up to become a doctor. You know, so your purpose is greater than your handicap. I don't care what your handicap is or are, but there's one thing I'm sure of, that God has a purpose for your life. Is your own handicap low self-esteem? It can't stop you, because I was there. I have been there before. I know how you are feeling. You know, I suffered from low self-esteem as a person. I'm telling you, the John D that is speaking to you now suffered from low self-esteem. You know, then there is absolutely nothing that I could do right. You know, if I dress, I couldn't just dress well. If I speak, I couldn't just speak. There is nothing that I can do well. In academics, I was nowhere to be found. I always fail. So I'm battling with low self-esteem. You know, I was oppressed, I was suppressed, and I was even depressed. To the extent that it got to a time, my future was bleak. I was not thinking that, do God really have a plan for my life? Will my future be bright? Thank God, on a glorious day, I encountered my Creator, and He changed my name. He boosted my self-esteem, and He told me that I'm greatly blessed, I'm deeply loved, and I'm highly favored. I'm telling you, that doeth good in my mind than medicine. Then my self-esteem went up. I discovered God's purpose for my life, and I begin to walk in it. And here I am today. I'm greatly blessed, deeply loved, and highly favored. I'm telling you, to live, you are suffering from the same disease, the disease of low self-esteem. I am here with a message today that you are greatly blessed, you are deeply loved, you are highly favored. So I don't care what your handicap are. God still has a plan and a purpose for your life. Your purpose is greater than your mistakes. Your purpose is greater than the situation surrounding your bed. Your purpose is greater than your handicap. That is why you've got to discover God's purpose for your life.